How to break 2 drones in one go. What a dick. Let's do this. Hello and welcome once again to the channel on this very frustrated day here in the UK. So a couple of months ago we was hit by a lot of rain and storms, storm after storm, and I went out a couple of months ago and I took some footage of the devastation in the local area to us. Some of the footage I'm just going to share with you now, which will lead on as to why I've made this video today for you guys out there. So that was the devastation a couple of months ago around the local area on the river, and that horrible scene of that building being underwater. I've actually been in that building a few times for parties and engagements. So why have I made the video? Why have I done the test? Just as I landed in that area, I noticed 500 meters away there was another guy operating a drone in the same area looking at that building, and I thought to myself, do you know what? That could have been catastrophic if we'd have both crashed into each other, which led me to think, would the drone actually see it when it was moving? Would it make a V around it? Would the obstacle avoidance actually see it? Let's get into the video and have a look exactly what I found. So the first test, as you can see just here, the Mini 4 Pro, on all drones that's got obstacle avoidance, when it's stationary, the drone won't move. As you can see just here, the obstacle avoidance radar sensors will come on, and as you saw as I went underneath the drone, that's the downward facing sensors that did operate. Nothing from the back, the sides or the front. It's completely stationary. I'll just do it again, and underneath you see how the drone rises up. You know that from hand catching and hand launching. So it's test number 2. As you can see, I've got the Mavic 3 that's hovering, and the Mini 4 Pro. What I've done is I've got it in line with the Mavic 3, and this is where the ghoulies start to happen. So basically what I wanted to do and test is, if I fly towards the Mavic 3, will it see it? Will it bypass it? As you can see in this first test, it sees it, it moves out the way. I thought, brilliant. That's quite exciting. So we'll have another little go at that, I thought. Test number 3, getting it lined up again with the Classic. This time I'll get it a little bit lower, and it's just going to fly underneath it. As you watch, the Mavic 3 does raise up slightly. So everything's working as it should. However, test number 4, this is where it gets exciting. Okay, just lining up for the shot. As you can see, it went round it once again. So I thought, well, this is it. So I lined it up perfectly in line, went straight towards the drone, bash. Didn't see it. Oh dear. So, time to pick up the bits. That's the filter off the Mavic 3. There's the Mini 4 Pro. Severely damaged with the props. And also the Mavic 3. And now the walk of shame. So there we are in a nutshell. Does it work? Does the obstacle avoidance work drone to drone? Yes and no. As you saw in the first couple of clips, the Mini 4 Pro, it did move around the Mavic 3 Classic. However, when it was head on, it didn't stop. So there's your answer. So the thing is, why I made this video, I just had to go out and test it for the simple reason that guy that was stood there with his drone about 500 meters away from where I was, he was taking the same footage at the same time, and it wasn't until I had landed that I actually spotted him. So that's the reason I made the video today. And well, after a lot of prop changing, we changed all the props on the Mavic 3 and the Mini 4 Pro. There's a couple here that I'm trying to get you a bit of a close-up of. That's what was left of one. Most of them are cracked and damaged. I don't know where the other ones are, but there you go. There's one off the Classic 3. Turn it around so you can see it. So that's the kind of result that we had, and luckily there's only that tiny little mark, tiny little crack on the Mini 4 Pro, which I can live with. I'm not going to send it to DJI just for that. I can live with that. It's only a minute fracture. Moving on to the Mavic 3, there was a slight problem with the gimbal, as you can see just here. The caliper arm had come out its rubber mount, so I had to remove this plate just here to allow me to get access so I could remount the arm. And as you can see in this next picture just here, that's where the caliper fits into those two rubber mounts. So a bit of a headache, but it was all done, all fixed, and back up and running. So there we go, people. That's your answer. There's the answer to the question. Does the obstacle avoidance work drone to drone? No. As you saw in the video, it did on the first couple of attempts. But however, there's your answer. Sometimes it sees it, sometimes it don't. My advice to you is make sure you can see your drone in the sky, where it is, and make sure you're the only one in that area flying, if you can. So, hope you found the video useful and informative. It's cost me a bit of a headache having to go out and buy extra precision screwdrivers. I bought this little case of precision screwdrivers. I'll just show it you. If you have an IKEA near you, I suggest you go out and buy one of these kits just in case. I used it for taking the props off on the Mini 4 Pro as well. So, and they're only £5. It's not an affiliate link. There's no link down in the description or anything like that. It's just a tip for you. I have got another precision set, which is just here. Unfortunately, it didn't go down. I think it's T3 or T2 is the size for getting those little screws out on the Mavics. So there we go. If you found the video useful, as I just said, give us the old thumbs up. And if you're new around here, why don't you consider subscribing, dinging the dong and all the rest of it that goes with it. And you might like to watch those couple of videos over there that I've chosen for you. And if you do, I shall see you over there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.